Welcome to this beautiful day in December. We are so excited to be here with you. My name is Karina. I'm one of the volunteers at Igniting Hope. And today I have the beautiful Janet, who is live, alert, awake, and enthusiastic, ready to share this pillar of intentionality. And I am so excited to hear what the Lord has taught her, what he is doing in her, because Janet is a great communicator. She is just a wonderful woman of God, highly prophetic, so in touch and in tune with the Spirit. And so, so excited to hear what you have to share with us today. She's one of our BLA students, and she's going to be sharing on the pillar of intentionality. So here we go, Janet. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you live, all the good stuff.
Okay, so I live in Australia, so the southern part of Australia, the cold part. And I live on a farm and I work as a farm consultant. And I've been walking with the Lord for a fair amount of time now. And he has been faithful and true my entire life, which has been great. And I'm also setting up a new business, which is a quilting business. So I've bought a long arm quilting machine and turned my house into a quilt shop, basically. So
Cool.
this has been fun. Yeah, that's a bit of a hobby got out of control. Yeah. And so I came across Steve and Wendy when I was doing Bethel's School of Supernatural Ministry and signed up for BLA and loved it, absolutely loved it, and am loving it still. So, yeah.
Amazing. I love that. Go ahead.
I have 4 kids. I forgot to say that, and 3 grandchildren. So, yeah, I have family as well, which is really good fun.
Yes, they are fun, aren't they?
Mm.
Well, that's amazing. And I love that you shared a little bit of your journey to finding Steve and Wendy and BLA. And so, as part of the Backland Leadership Academy, you are here to share with us about intentionality. So, why did you choose this pillar of intentionality?
I chose the pillar of intentionality because it is my weakest link, I think. And there's nothing like teaching on something and focusing on something to help improve it. So I'm being intentional in my growth. So that's
Good job.
yeah, that's what I picked. I have a tendency to go down rabbit holes, or chase squirrels.
Yeah.
We don't have squirrels in Australia, but I think that's the term you use in America. So learning more about being intentional and the how-tos, but also investigating the why behind it has been really, really powerful for me.
Good. That's amazing. So, what has your personal journey with this been? I mean, you gave us a little snippet of it, but how has it affected you since you've been learning about it? Even so, your second year, last year, we learned about intentionality. We spent a lot of time on it. So, how has it affected your life?
I have become more aware of my systems, basically. So first of all, you need a vision to be intentional. So actually spending time and developing a vision with the Lord has been such a beautiful journey, but it's helped me become more intentional because I know where I'm going. So to be intentional, you need to know where you're going. It's like planning a trip.
Yeah.
If you don't know that you're trying to get to Sydney, well, it doesn't matter what road you take.
Right. Because you could go anywhere.
You can go anywhere, and I don't think I had anywhere that I was particularly going, but through this process of going, okay, well, what is it that the Lord wants me to do? What's he birthing in me right now? And that has come from a place of intimacy with the Lord. So the more time I spend with him, the more time I realize he has a plan and a purpose for me. And he has a plan and purpose for you and all of our listeners. He's
Yeah.
designed us from before time began for a purpose that he has created, which blows my mind a little bit.
That's so good. That's so
Mm,
good. I love that you felt like you were just driving on a road to anywhere, right? And
mm,
finding
mm,
this pillar of intentionality actually has it sounds like it has taken you deeper into intimacy with Father, of recognizing that he's really specific about you. And that's
mm,
so sweet that you get to experience that part of his heart. So I
mm.
love that.
And And then from seeing that vision of what the Lord has given me, I really dug up a whole stack of beliefs that I was carrying. So,
Yeah.
without good beliefs, you're not going to get where you're going. And that journey of being intentional of where I'm going has really dug up a whole heap of what I actually believe. So, how do we
Yes.
know what we believe? Well, the feelings and emotions that are coming up, the thoughts that are coming in our head, the evil one is really uses those thoughts
Mhm.
to capture us. And God uses our thoughts to free us.
Yeah.
And He's been planting such beautiful thoughts. And through that intimacy, showing me what I actually believe so that I can kill things. I
Yes.
have a sword. I have a sword that I can slay things with. And so there's been a whole heap of lies that I didn't even realize was stealing my hope and joy.
Wow.
And because I was getting, my thoughts were allowing my joy and my energy to be stolen, I didn't travel very far. So one of the things about traveling, and for me particularly, I need energy behind me to move towards being intentional.
Yeah.
Um, I'm magnificent at making lists and just enjoying the breeze as the deadlines for them go whooshing past.
Same.
So, I have to be motivated. One of the things that Steve talks about is getting someone to be accountable with, and he has Connie, who he pays $3 if he doesn't get something done on his list. And I don't have anyone that I'm living with, so and there's not that connection with people, and I found that really quite punitive to me.
Mhm.
Because I've gone through a journey of realizing that I hated myself. That
Mm,
happened in the first year of BSSM. And so I've been very intentional in renewing my mind on who I am and
yeah.
how much value I have. And so I've developed a system of celebration when I do achieve what I'm hoping to achieve. So
Yeah.
I think I've talked to you about this before, Karina, but I do exercise with a girlfriend of mine. And if we achieve our goals for the week, we book ourselves in for a spa, which helps to motivate us to keep
Yeah.
going. And it also helps with the muscle relaxation and the soreness that comes with pushing yourself to
Yeah.
exercise. And that's been revolutionary for me, is that
Yeah.
whole celebrating my achievements, and it's given me more get up and go to do
Yeah.
more,
Yeah.
which is part of the process of being intentional.
Yeah.
Um, and the other thing I do is I've developed systems. So, you know, great leaders have great beliefs, great priorities, and great habits. But
Yeah.
Steve's changed it to systems,
Yeah.
which I think is really appropriate because I know what motivates me. And
Mm,
it's people, and having other people in my life motivates me to achieve so much more than I can achieve by myself.
that's
So
wonderful.
part of my intentionality is to book people in.
Yeah.
So instead of my old system, which is looking at the entirety of all the things I haven't got done yet and let them lie to me that I wasn't good enough, um,
Hmm.
I've flipped that and I've gone, okay, Tuesday, Issa is coming and we will do the fences.
Yeah.
Today, I've got a beautiful friend who's coming to help me sort out boxes of stuff that I
Yeah.
haven't finished sorting out since my mum died 5 years ago.
Oh,
And I find that really hard to do. But
yeah.
having her there, she keeps me motivated, on task, and I'm not getting sucked down a rabbit hole by the activity in
Right.
itself.
Hmm.
So, uh, being motivated is really, really important to
Yeah.
being able to be intentional. So that's my system, Karina, of
Oh,
being more motivated,
yeah.
and also the process of decision making. So when we make decisions about what we have to do every day, we're making thousands of
Yeah.
decisions. And there's a thing called decision paralysis. Basically, you get overwhelmed by the amount of decisions you have to make.
Hmm.
So that then becomes a barrier to being intentional because you have to think about things too much. So I'm I am endeavoring to have a system in place where I allocate things to particular days. So
Mm,
don't even have to think about it. So,
yeah.
Saturday's the day I wash the sheets and the blankets,
Hmm.
and Friday's the day that I mop the floor.
Yeah.
So it's not even a thought or looking at me going, oh, you haven't done that yet. It's
Right.
oh, that's Friday.
Yeah.
So it empowers me to get stuff done.
Wow, that's so good. I love that you said you kind of gave us a key there that finding the thing that motivates you to be intentional is really vital to
Mm.
actually being intentional and to doing the things that you want to do. And so that figuring out what motivates me, because I love that you right away know this is what motivates me. People motivate me. So if I have people coming, I will do the thing. But that's not necessarily everybody's motivational
No.
method. And so figuring out what motivates me, that is going to help me to go, okay, like for Steve, right? It's I don't want to part with my $3 or
Yeah.
$10 or however much it ends up being. And so he's going to be intentional. And so figuring out what makes me tick is going to be really helpful in keeping me intentional. And then secondly, knowing that I'm pre-making those decisions. I'm pre-making that decision of when I'm going to do the wash, when I'm going to clean the house, when I'm going to prep the meals, whatever it might be. And so you have already set yourself up for success. So that is just beautiful. I love that. So
Mm.
why don't you go ahead and share like what does it mean to be intentional? Um, what does that look like besides just kind of these little things that you've given us? Like overall, give us kind of your teaching on intentionality, I guess.
Well, intentionality is being intentional about what it is that the Lord's put on your heart to do.
Mm,
So
good.
Steve talks about people don't plan to fail; they fail to plan. So we can be intentional in so many aspects of our life that otherwise it would be just a good intention.
Right.
So, there's a saying, pardon me, there's a saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions or something
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. So, to to live intentionally internally,
Mhm.
to take that intention and turn it into reality
Yeah.
is what I think the pillar of intentionality is.
Yeah.
It's making a plan, it's dedicating a time, it's knowing, having a vision of where you're going.
Mhm.
And one of the things that Steve says is, where I'm going, this thing that I'm carrying, it's, I can't carry this thing with me. And
Right.
it's being intentional about what I am doing, what
Mhm.
I'm taking with me, what I'm thinking, what I'm believing, how I'm encouraging myself,
Yeah.
who I actually want to be, who God said I am,
Yeah.
and planning it.
Yeah.
And that's what intentionality is for
Yeah.
me.
That's
Yeah.
so good. And I forgot to mention too, I love that you said um, the the beliefs that have started coming up as you're trying to be more intentional. There's this stack of beliefs, I think you said, of things that you didn't realize that you were believing. And so just choosing to be intentional, choosing to say, I'm going to take the intention and turn it into reality. Then
Mm,
there's all of these little tiny beliefs, but one thing stacks on top of another, and those are the things I think that often keep us from doing what we intend to do, right? The
mm,
things we want to do, but we
mm,
haven't maybe created the right mindset around doing those things. And so um,
mm.
Janet is one of our beliefs trainers, and you're so good at recognizing the lie and just bringing it to the Lord. And so I know that I'm sure that there's plenty of beautiful revelation that you've had over these beliefs. But go ahead, what were you going to say?
One of the big things that I've realised I've been believing, and they're so obvious, Corinne, and you think, well, why did I even think that? But you think, well, I know why I have, because it's the intention of the evil one
Mm,
to unravel, to slow my progress.
yeah.
But it's not going to be, because what the Lord has impregnated in me, it's going to be birthed. He's
Yes.
put it there. It's going to be birthed no matter what my behavior is.
Yeah.
I
That's so.
remember getting pregnant for the first time when I was pregnant with Joel, and I went 2 weeks over.
Oh.
Oh, I was very, very upset because I had gestational diabetes as well. And so I wasn't allowed to have any sugar, and he was due just before Christmas.
Oh no.
And so got to Christmas and I missed out on all of the cheesecake and pavlova and all
Oh,
the stuff. And I told myself, it's okay. I'll have him before New Year, and I'll be able to have all the treats at New Year. But no, he still wasn't born. And I had him on the 3rd of January. Well, I'd made a decision after the 1st of January. I'd decided this baby's never coming out. And I went to bed, I think, on the 2nd of January. No, actually, I think it was the 1st of January, that night after we'd been to a party, and I started going into labour, and my husband goes, "Oh, maybe you're having a baby." And I said, "No, no, I've just eaten too many peanuts." He was one really big peanut. And
Oh,
it's the same with the Lord. When we've spent time with Him and His Word, His seed is implanted in us. There's
yeah.
something being birthed out of us. And I'm intentionally going after what He's birthing in me.
Yes.
And I'm putting time aside for that. And I know he's going to birth something through me, regardless of how many peanuts I've eaten. Uh, so, and And the beauty of that thought, and the reason I'm sharing that wee story is I was in the habit of talking myself down all the time and value and saying, "Oh, I'm not good enough. I
Yeah.
haven't done that, therefore this isn't going to happen." That is not God.
Yeah.
It is so not God. And so I've had a day where I didn't get everything that I needed to get done. There is tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah.
And the other thing with looking at where I'm going, it's sort of and getting that clear vision. It re-established better boundaries in my life, but also what is it that I'm trying to achieve? So things like intentionally inviting the kids for dinner more often,
Mm.
having my prayer wall and my dream wall
Yeah.
of where I'm intentionally praying for my family and releasing heaven on earth and being grateful for who they are and what God is doing in their lives. So it's been a big shift from being a victim
Yes.
mindset to a victor mindset.
Yeah.
So you don't see many generals running a big invasion without a strategy.
Yes.
And so that's another word you can use for intentionality is a strategy.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah.
so good. No matter what, it's going to be birthed. And God
Mm.
has put something in each and every one of us.
And my last point, I know we might have a bit more time than my last point, but one more point is understanding when your circadian rhythm.
Mm.
So in the mornings, I am a morning person usually. And I find it much easier to connect with God in the morning and to
Mhm.
pray and to get all of my thinking time done and my planning time done. And then it's set and forget. And I can get on with a day of
Yeah.
doing things. Um, but in the evening, I've got to unwind. I just need to stop
Mhm.
the brain going around and rest. And that is learnt through trying to do stuff at night. And just, I can, once I've got past that point of efficiency, it's no point pushing myself. So
Yeah.
understanding your actual rhythm in the day makes a big difference too, and giving yourself permission
Yeah.
to, okay, this is the time of the day where this activity is going to be more
Yeah.
worthwhile doing.
Yeah.
So that's been
It's so good.
that's been a big revelation to me about um, being intentional. So all my declarations, I do those in the morning, and um, yeah,
That's
makes it
so good. Yeah.
easier.
Easy. Yeah, and
Mm,
and that's the thing, it's not about trying to become a completely different person, it's working with who God made you so that you
mm,
can do the things that he made you to do, because
mm,
he knew who you were when he gave you those assignments, so that's
mm.
so good. I love that. Well, thank you so much, Janet. This has been so fun to hear about just I think the it's huge. It's huge for you to say, this is my weakest area, so I'm going to go after it this year. I'm going to run after my Goliaths, right? You're going after those giants, you're going to slay them, and you are learning just to walk more and more in intentionality. And so that is just so beautiful. I'm so proud of you for that. That's amazing. Um,
Mm,
and then really just remembering we've got to tackle those beliefs as they come. We are able to take them to Jesus and allow him to speak the truth into
mm,
those places, and remembering that he's birthing something good in us, and so we get to partner with him in that. And yeah, you just gave us so many good tips. I loved everything that you had to share today, so Thank you. Thank you. And Igniting Hope family, thank you for tuning in. We will see you in the next one. Bye.